And here is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday. It's the 30th of October, 2021. It's the birthday of John Adams, second president of the United States, born Quincy, Massachusetts, 1735. John Adams, who said, "Democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There was never a democracy that did not commit suicide." It's the birthday of Robert Caro, born in New York City, 1935, author of The Power Broker, a biography of Robert Moses, a book that was read by Barack Obama when he was just 22 years old, and he said the book mesmerized him. It's the birthday of Ezra Pound, born in Haley, Idaho, 1885. Within a few years of James Joyce, William Carlos Williams, D.H. Lawrence, Marianne Moore, Hilda Doolittle, and T.S. Eliot. Poets who Pound was instrumental in promoting their careers, as well as many, many others. He was a great champion of modern poetry and prose, whose mantra was, "Make it new." He had a teaching job at Wabash College in Crawfordsville, Indiana. He was fired for allowing an actress who was stranded to sleep over at his place. But they gave him the rest of his year's salary when they fired him, and with that, he headed off to Europe. He spent some time in Venice, then he moved to London. He was looking for Yeats, who he thought was the greatest poet writing in English. They became friends. Pound worked as Yeats's secretary for a while. And in 1914, Ezra Pound met T.S. Eliot, who was about to write the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, which Pound helped to edit and then got it published in Poetry magazine. Ezra Pound lived in England for 8 years, had a flat in Kensington, which was a beehive of literary activity. He created a name for the poetry that he liked. He called it imagism, the imagist movement, whose principle was direct treatment of the thing, to use only words that contribute to the presentation, and to compose in the sequence of a musical phrase. And his famous poem, "In a Station of the Metro," was an example. 2 lines, "The apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bough." Here's a poem for today by George Bilgier, Stargazer. Midnight, midsummer, a man steps out to his backyard and listens to the crickets pining for other crickets. A dog barks at the cosmos, while others lounge in their barker loungers. The man is having a kind of Dover Beach moment in which he hopes to have an immense thought or two. So he looks up at the glittering God haven, and there's the Milky Way, the Pleiades, along with some quarks, dwarf stars, and supernovas. And the thought the man has is of insignificance. Under the bright furnaces of Orion, he contemplates his inconsequentiality. It is a good feeling to have. For several minutes, reflects the man who is holding a glass of Pinot Noir. It puts things in perspective, but it's also good to go back inside and resume one's place in front of the local and regional news, if only to get, to some degree, one's significance back. A poem entitled Stargazer by George Bilgier from his collection Blood Pages, published by University of Pittsburgh Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.